So recently, I shared a couple IGTVs about meditation and prayer and how to sort of make them easy and incorporate them into your real life. And some people said that they were interested in hearing about sort of my routine, my morning routine in particular. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. First of all, let me tell you that what I do as part of my morning routine is what I do on an ideal day. Not every day is ideal. And so because of that, I call these sort of almost dailies. These are things that I want to make sure that I do almost every day, not every single day necessarily, because some days, like, I just don't want to get out of bed at the crack of dawn. I want, Ellie still sneaks into my bed in the middle of the night, and sometimes in the morning we just want to snuggle and relax, and she likes to watch cooking videos on my phone, so sometimes I forego that for the sake of the cuddles. And that right there, you have to remember, like, that's a meditative moment too, right? When your child is snuggled up on your chest and you're doing something together and you're sort of just basking in the love and feeling it. As long as you're doing it with beautiful, loving intentions, that's a really good spirity thing to do too. Bask in the love, right? If you're doing something in the morning that's maybe not spiritually productive, but makes you feel good and starts your day out on the right foot, then by all means do that and keep that up. So it doesn't have to necessarily be like this big traditional image that we see other people doing. Especially lately, spirituality has kind of been trending. It's become kind of popular, which is great. I think the more people that wake up, the better for the world as a whole. That being said, some people and some influencers especially, a lot of the stuff that they do is very sort of showy, and it's all about the crystals and the beautiful meditation space and the crystal grids and the sage and the whatever, and it's this big sort of show for some people, and it's not necessarily real. And I don't want you guys to feel like you have to craft this beautiful, perfect, influencer-worthy spiritual routine in order to have a successful morning. What sets your day off on the right foot is simply like what you need to do. What's going to put you in the mindset of love and gratitude so that you can go about the rest of your day with that in mind. That's what you need to do. So the number one goal for me every morning, and I'm going to speak about this from here out in terms of myself and what I do. Okay, so my number one goal every single day is just to start my day out with the mindset of number one, peace. Number two, love. Number three, service. So I'm going to talk you through some things that I do to do those things. And again, I have no script. This is just off the cuff. So please forgive my human, forgetfulness. I also just did a reading, so my real human brain is a little removed. Okay, so I wake up in the morning, and I actually have a little meditation corner in my room, and it's next to my bed. And so the first thing that I do before I go to bed at night is I plug my phone in on the other side of the room. I do not keep my phone on my nightstand, because when I do, it is absolutely guaranteed that that is the first thing that I do. I will wake up, and as soon as I'm awake enough to process anything, I will grab my phone and start looking at my phone. So on an ideal day, what I've done the night before is left my phone somewhere else. Not near my bed, not within arm's reach of me. If I have to get up and get out of bed to get my phone, the likelihood that I get up and get out of bed and do something else is pretty high. What I personally try not to do is turn my phone on until after I've completed some of the inner work that I like to do in the mornings. So that's that. And the next thing I do, I wake up, my phone's not there, so I don't have to get distracted by it. What I do is I keep some headphones, and sometimes I'll set my iPad up already the night before in my little meditation corner. If I didn't do that and I want to listen to music and not disturb anybody else in the house, then I'll go get my phone, but I don't check it. All I do is turn on my music. And so I'll put either my earbuds in, or I really like noise canceling. Oh, the cord, they're attached. I like noise canceling ones so that I can't hear anybody else and I don't get distracted, and I really just get kind of engulfed in the music. Okay. Then I roll out of bed into my little meditation corner, sometimes quite literally just like roll across the floor half awake, right? And what I will do, if my phone's on the other side of the room and I'm too tired to even go and get it, I'll meditate with no music at all. I also have a sound machine that I use to sleep, so sometimes I'll just listen to the hum of the sound machine if I don't feel like getting up and making the effort to go get my phone. So then I will sit and I will meditate for a little while, and you guys can watch my video on Meditation Made Easy. But basically what I do is I sit and I actually usually that's when I start to move and I start to stretch, and I sort of intuitively will do whatever movements my body wants me to do. Some days it's more, some days it's full downward dog and the sun salutation. Other days it's me sitting cross-legged going like this, just like stretching and moving and getting myself going, getting my energy flowing. I will meditate and sort of just feel that energy. Now, when I meditate, I often sort of get a physical sensation of lightness in my head, almost a little bit dizzy. However, I don't get that in the morning. And the reason for that is because you just came out of a state that's basically, as close to like otherworldly consciousness as you can get when you're dreaming, when you're sleeping. And so my vibration is already really high, and so I don't physically have to feel it raise. So if you don't feel anything when you meditate in the morning, that's okay. So in my morning meditation, I don't push too hard to make it guided or to have any sort of thoughts. I just sort of feel it and breathe it and do it. So watch my video on Meditation Made Easy. I just listen to music and just sort of be. And then what I do is I say a prayer, and you can also watch my prayer video. There's a Prayer Made Easy video talking about the different ways that I pray. And so then I'll say my prayers. At this point, what I do is I get up and I get my coffee. And as I'm making my coffee, if I'm having like a good day, I skipped a step, sorry. Sometimes if I have enough time, what I will then do in the mornings is I will pull a couple cards for myself. I keep cards in my meditation corner, my own private personal deck that I only use for me. I don't use it for readings. All my other decks I use for other people as well as myself sometimes. This reading is just my like private meditation, only for me deck. So sometimes I'll pull a couple cards for myself. I also have a journal and a pencil that I keep over there, and I sometimes will just journal. Now maybe I'll do automatic writing, which I can do. Let me know if you want to know a video about how to do automatic writing. I'll do automatic writing. Maybe I'll journal out some goals. Maybe I'll journal out my thoughts. I also have this book. Sometimes I use this. It's called the Sunrise Manifesto, and there are daily pages. I'm just trying to find a blank one. Daily pages where you can write what you're thankful for, what went wrong yesterday, what you can do better, yada yada. So this is really good, the Sunrise Manifesto guided morning journal, if you need a little more guidance and you want to add a journaling kind of thing in there. Then I'll get up and I'll go and I make my coffee. And I actually like to pour my intentions into my coffee. So what I will do is I will pour the cup or make the cup or whatever I need to do. And then I'll sit and I'll sort of think about my goals for the day. Not like a to-do list, but like what I can control about my behavior and the way that my day is going to go. So how I'm going to feel, how I'm going to act, and maybe how I'm going to treat people, how my day is going to go. And I say it as positive I am affirmations. and then I stir it clockwise, the way of the sun. Now, in witchcraft, this is called Deosil. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's when you stir things in a magical way. You do it clockwise to bring it about, like the energy of the sun. I don't consider myself a witch, and I don't practice witchcraft. I'm definitely not pagan, but I do really like those sort of little rituals where I said I'm definitely not pagan, but I'm pagan adjacent, right? Like I like herbs, I like this, I don't know. I will stir my coffee, just taking that moment to put the intentions in it, right? To do that routine. Sometimes I'll put a little cinnamon in it, which is good for sort of manifesting in abundance and adding a little fiery passion into your life. I also, this is my favorite mug I wanted to show you. My sister-in-law got this for me because she's just my love bug and she's the best. And it has a rose quartz in the handle. So I'll drink my coffee while I rub my rose quartz. Then I come over to my desk, and what I personally do after that is spend some time distraction free. I will put music on my headphones with binaural beats or whatever. Now keep in mind, my children know this is part of my routine and they've been set up for it, and also my husband works from home, so it's not like my children are unattended, right? So if that's not something that you can do, then you'll have to find a way to make it work for you. But I'll put my headphones on, and then I take an hour. I try. It doesn't happen every day. I take an hour to write, right? Because I have to do a lot of writing for my business. I take an hour to write or to do something else completely focused. No interruptions, no phone. I still am not on the phone. I'm not checking the phone. I'm just sort of maybe I'm creating content and sort of channeling it, but I'm in this beautiful sort of newly awakened state. Maybe I'm journaling for myself. Maybe it's personal writing, but I always take an hour in the morning. I always try to take an hour in the morning to just be able to concentrate and focus. And then when that hour is up, that's when I pull out all my work stuff and start my day. And then I get organized what I need to do for the day. And then I go and we start homeschool. But for me, my morning routine is absolutely sacred. It's critical. It's important. If I don't do it, then my day doesn't get started on the right foot. It doesn't get started with my good, my beautiful, my pure intentions. It all that I want to encourage you to do. If you can't do a whole big fluffy morning routine, sit for 5 minutes and focus on your intentions for the day. How do I want to feel? What do I want to give? What do I want to receive? These are some good questions you can ask yourself. And how do I want to serve? How can I serve? How can I serve everyone else? How can I serve the greater good, the planet, everyone else's highest good? So those are some of the questions that I sit and I focus on when I set my intentions. And so if you can't do anything else, please just find a way to take a moment and set your own intentions in the morning. I really encourage meditation, but if all you have time for is to sit and to focus on a few intentions that day, then that's a great place to start. Okay, it's pretty basic. It's really nothing like crazy. And you have to figure out your own way to make it work for you, but that's what I do every morning, because for me, that sacred morning time is absolutely critical to starting the rest of my day on the right foot. And so if you give it a try, I would love to hear from you how you feel about it and how it works for you. Take care, have a great day, have a good morning, and I'll talk with you soon.